Hey there, Captain Mutant here, and the long-rumored LEGO Eiffel Tower set was recently revealed, and we need to talk about it.
I think I have more to say about this than you do, mon capitaine.
Well, this is new. Counselor, good to see you've settled in. How are you fighting it?
It is an interesting place you have here, for sure.
I think you'll be a great addition to the team, but let's get back to the matter at hand, the Eiffel Tower.
But of course.
This isn't the first time LEGO has recreated Paris's famous landmark in plastic. Right you are, Captain. The first time this happened was in 2005. It wasn't even the true Eiffel Tower they were recreating, but the Las Vegas one.
A poor copy, if you ask me.
Well, yes, with only 151 pieces, you couldn't get much accuracy out of it.
No, not the set. The facsimile in Las Vegas itself.
Right. And as this was an exclusive set, from what I understand solely for LEGO ambassadors, hardly anyone got it or even knew it existed. Indeed. The first proper recreation was in 2007, with the aptly named Eiffel Tower set, made up of 3,428 pieces.
A blocky monstrosity, not at all representative of my nation's wonderful erection.
Well, I can't really disagree. LEGO had another go in 2013, with the Eiffel Tower set, only this time it was much smaller, coming in at 321 pieces.
You know, it may be smaller, but it was the first time LEGO actually got the beautiful curves of this majestic monument right. Plus, it was small enough to place on your desk, so that was very good, n'est-ce pas?
Agreed. It's definitely important to be able to display your builds. Then, in 2020, LEGO released the Eiffel Tower magnet, made up of only 28 pieces. Ooh, that one was so cute and tiny! And it had bonjour at the bottom.
That is not how you pronounce it. Bonjour.
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 Better. But if you will allow me, mon capitaine, as you know, we have information about the new set, again called Eiffel Tower.
They should really come up with different names. This is getting confusing.
When the title is perfection, it is impossible to find an alternative. And I must say, this set looks sublime, so detailed, so intricate, a proper representation of French potency.
For a counselor, he really makes free with all those innuendos.
You're telling me that I have issues. The model is 50 centimeters wide. Okay, that is not so bad. It's about the width of the two modular buildings. But this thing is so tall. It is 1.5 meters tall.
That's taller than most Frenchmen.
Very witty, my giraffe friend. The problem, though, is you cannot put this model on your desk. You cannot put it on a shelf.
You cannot put it in a house. You cannot put it by a mouse. You cannot put it here or there. You cannot put it anywhere.
GG. Sorry.
How much is it going to cost?
It is going to be 630 euros. But forget about that for now.
For 10,000 pieces, that's not too bad.
Yes, but that is not the main concern. My main concern is, who is this for?
Well, people who like the Eiffel Tower, of course.
Is it so? Now, do not get me wrong. We French people, we love our tower, thrusting into the air. It is the pride and joy of Paris. But we do not need a model to take up our entire apartment. I think it is clear that the LEGO designers were so preoccupied with whether or not they could design it, they did not stop to think whether or not they should. And do not get me started on the dusting. Give it a few weeks, and that model will have dust everywhere, and it will take ages to remove it from all the little nooks and crannies. It would be better to have it behind glass, but who has a glass cabinet that big?
You make a good point, Patrick, but this is quite a spectacular set, though.
Of course! It is a remarkable achievement. You cannot even tell if it is LEGO from the pictures. It is amazing. But so is a painting by Picasso. At least, with a painting, you can hang it on the wall and it does not take up space on the floor.
Unless you're in one of those houses LEGO does its photo shoots in. They're obviously targeting adult fans with deep wallets.
Okay, I know LEGO is an expensive hobby, but there are fans who love the medium but cannot afford those massive sets. But as I said, this time, it is not the money, but the space. Even if you could afford it, how many have the space to display it?
It's an interesting perspective. Thank you for that.
You are very welcome.
And now it's your turn. Let us know what you think of this Eiffel Tower set in the comments, and I'll speak to you next time. And here is the galley, where I prepare all the meals.
Very nice.
Would you like some camembert?
Oh, that is very kind of you. Thank you.
Patrick!
I surrender! He really is a cheesy-eating surrender monkey. This is a juvenile, stereotypical caricature, and not at all reflective of me or my countrymen.
Well, You did say, I surrender.
I was caught unawares.
Patrick!
I surrender! I did it again!